hello, sweethearts and lovelies, and welcome back to Quantum Leap Reviews, where we have, for the third time, a little bit of a detour. But I'm not that bad because I'm not that mad at it because I didn't have to watch anything today. We have on our wheel certain spaces that basically are designed to bring Garmin Boja to one of us, and the other two don't have to do a thing. So I didn't have to do a thing. Sean didn't have to do a thing. But our friend Michael Hoovian had to sit down and do a thing, and I don't know if they were entirely displeased by it, but they're going to sort of take the helm here, and we're going to interject here and there. So I am joined by my two usual co-hosts, Sean Dillon and Michael Hoovian, and Mike is going to take the reins and tell us all about the Muppets Wizard of Oz.
So I want everyone to cast their minds back to about the early to mid 2000s. That's where we're working with. We're working with a television movie on the Disney Channel. Is what we're working with here. This wasn't even made for theaters. This was a television movie that came out on the Disney Channel right about 2005. I had not seen it on the Disney Channel. I got it on DVD sometime around then. Just for reference, I had not seen the Muppets Wizard of Oz since I was for almost about a decade and a half. The movie as I remembered then was a pretty good adaptation with some bad moments and some things, but it was, to my mind, pretty good. That's why I offered it as my thing on the wheel. I didn't know what I was working myself into, and seeing the reviews on it, they were lambasting it as the worst of the Muppets movies. So I thought, well, you know, I'll throw my hat in the ring. This will be it. It's a lot better. I'll tell you this right off the bat. It's a lot better than Oz the Great and Powerful. I can tell you that right now.
And one day we will.
That is also on the wheel.
Yes.
Oh God! No, I thought you took that one off.
There's a lot of Oz shit on the wheel. We did Marvelous Land of Oz wasn't on the wheel. That was your Lost Girls recovery phase.
Yeah, we took off a lot of things between last episode and this episode, mainly to kind of
it's
make
off the
this
wheel.
more...
God damn it! I am tempted to put it back on.
It will loom over there if Mike isn't on his best behavior. If you misbehave, it's
you can put it back on. But anyway, that episode, this is very clearly, and as I found out when I was reading the Wikipedia page after I had watched the movie again, this was the first episode after Disney acquired the rights to the Muppets. So the very first thing that they do with the Muppets IP is the Muppets Wizard of Oz.
I mean, technically,
just like that.
There was that one. Wait, I'm trying to think. Was that TV movie where Kermit caused 9/11? One of them.
What?
No.
Yeah. So because of the way. Okay. So in the early 2000s, the Muppets decided to do a "It's a Wonderful Life" parody.
Okay.
Because it was filmed in the late 90s, early 2000s, the World Trade Center was still up and about.
Oh.
The implication being...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Not only are they turning the frickin' frogs gay, but the frickin' frogs are causing terrorist attacks.
Oh, God.
No doubt to go after Disney's rival, the Warner Brothers store.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
This podcast has gone places, gang. This podcast has gone places, and we're not even 5 minutes in. Good God.
We're not even in. Welcome to the Disney. But yeah, welcome. Basically, the Muppets have the Muppets kind of went a little. Basically, Disney was like, the Muppets have gone a little bit off, but they were really popular with stuff like the Christmas Carol, which I saw, and I'm gonna make a recommendation.
Mike is finally
I'm gonna recommend this. I'm gonna recommend this the next time I have to see a Muppets movie. Can we just skip the list and just watch that one first?
Which one?
Next time we land on Christmas Carol.
No, we're watching the Muppet movie.
Yeah, the Muppet movie is absolutely delightful. You'll have a joyous time. Trust us.
But anyway, we start with a musical number because we have decided, because this Dorothy is very different from other Dorothys that have been adaptation wise. I think the only other one that goes this bonkers is the Tin Man sci-fi trilogy. That one's gonna be a weird one when we get to it. But
when we get to it,
yeah, that one's on the wheel.
Oh my
Which
god!
one?
How much other shit is on this wheel game?
About the same amount as Star Trek and Quantum Leap.
Then again, I've given you 2 Miami Vices so far, so you know.
Wait, hold on. Which odds are you talking about?
The Tin Man trilogy.
Yeah, that's gonna be 3 episodes in a row.
Oh Lord!
Very much like the Charmed episode.
Oh God!
But anyway, we start with Dorothy doing a song. It's not bad. This is probably the best of the songs sung solo by Dorothy. Dorothy in this movie, by the way, is played by Ashanti, who, as I was like, why does that name? Apparently she was a big movie. She was just getting into the movie music scene around this time, and so this was one of her big breakout. Hey, look at me! And so it's hey, look at me! And so she wanted to do a song, a musical performance. Although I would have many a question as to why she decided to choose the Muppets Wizard of Oz, but that's besides the point.
When you start
considering it's Disney Channel, I think it's very much. The thing with Disney is that they have a pop brand angle, which got stuff like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, and the Jonas Brothers, to name a few. Olivia Rodrigo, and unfortunately, Logan Paul.
Oh boy.
Oh God. But she is not the only musical star on the cast, because as soon as we finish with her musical number, we are introduced to the one and only Queen Latifah as Aunt M, one of the co-owners to the Family Diner in Kansas. Basically, that's our basis for this movie. Dorothy is a small town young adult trying to get out of her small town by any means necessary, and she thinks the way she needs to do it is to become a star, a singer. And her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry being David Allen Greer. I'm dead serious. This is it. They somehow play off each other hilariously.
What a cast we got here.
Oh, it gets weirder.
I mean, I know about the cameo, so.
Yeah. So, basically, during the movie, she's like, I have an audition. I gotta go do something. The Aunt Em basically tries to sabotage it by going, "You gotta help me with the rush. You are part of this family. You gotta help." So she literally keeps her long enough so she runs past the audition, but she is able to get the single that she recorded into the hands of the leaving Muppets tour bus, and gives it the single directly into the hands of Kermit the Frog.
Okay, so I have a thought here. So it's an adaptation of Oz, obviously. You can mess around with it. A million things have messed around with. It doesn't have to be specifically farm girl from Kansas swept up by a tornado. But this plot you're describing, the girl who's in a small town and she's longing to go out and see the world, make herself. This is just every Disney princess origin.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Equally, just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Yeah, like this like they took the adaptation and then just made it like every like B movie
I don't know what a B movie.
small town trope. Well, I mean like every small town girly trope,
Yeah.
like the I want to get out of my small town type of movie. The Hallmark Channel. They made it like they're like some of those types of movies.
Well,
Yeah, it's very it's
okay,
there's not really a soul to this.
Mm.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh,
You find out immediately. It gets a little. Dorothy then comes back to the trailer house that they live in a manufactured district, and is very pissed off at her aunt M rightfully, she rightfully gets angry at her because Aunt M basically made her miss her audition. She leaves to her bedroom, and Anne continually has this feeling about her through the opening movies is when Uncle Henry compliments her when she has like a crop basically Dorothy has a crop top on and she's like, I gotta go, this is how I'm looking for my audition, what do you think? And Anne is beside herself, says, no, I hate it, you look like one of those girls from the rap video. So she goes to Uncle Henry. Uncle Henry's like, does the same thing, but he actually is like, you should go do things. He says that, and M looks at him with the disdain and displeasure of a woman who very pissed.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So when Dorothy and Aunt M have a quick arguing match, you get that same look again from Aunt M. Aunt M is very clearly wanting Dorothy to be there and stop having the dreams of going out and running across the world and being crazy, while Uncle Henry's like, just let her be herself.
They took Oz again. Given that this is as you said, one of the first projects after the Disney finally got the Muppets after like 15 years of, which I assume they got like after like they were negotiating right before Jim Henson died. I guess it took.
Yeah, Jim Henson. And the thing with Jim Henson was that he was trying to get a deal with Disney with Michael Eisner, and the conversations was going well, but Michael Eisner kept asking for one property that Jim Henson didn't own: Sesame Street.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of a mess.
Just a little bit, but I mean, okay. Well, so either way, Disney got the rights to the Muppets eventually, and one of the first things they do, they took Oz and they made it just like every other generic Disney plot, Oh, I want to go away.
Yeah,
no, we have to stay here or do a mundane job. No, I want to go and have adventures.
Yeah, it's very much trying to shoehorn Oz into the basically TV budget movies of like the Disney or the Hallmark Channel.
I don't know about Hallmark.
Also during this entire mess, we find out that Dorothy saved a king prawn, a prawn, from the diner that she worked at with her family. She saved a prawn, and that is our Toto for the movie. This prawn that she saved from the diner.
From what I understand, this is a huge issue. The movie.
Yeah. We're gonna find out this really quickly. So the tornado has arrived, and Dorothy and Uncle Henry, basically to try and cool the mood, is like, I don't know about you two, but if you two want to fight, fight during this deadly tornado, I'll be on my way to the shelter. Goodbye, and that's what gets the other two to follow him. But they're still very pissed off at each other. And then, as they're getting into the shelter, Dorothy has this last second, oh God, I forgot my prawn! And pulls herself away from her aunt and uncle, runs back to the trailer house to try and go get Toto. And that's when the tornado finally catches up with them, and away they go, and away she goes to the land of Oz. We actually see when they land in Oz, the bowl. We actually see the bowl fly off screen, fall back down, and we hear it smash. May I remind you, there was a living prawn. Before then, there was an actual prawn that they got for the movie in the fishbowl.
What?
So, and this is when we get introduced to our first Muppet equivalent. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you our Toto for the movie. It's Pepe the King Prawn.
Rolf the dog was right there, you fools!
Equally, if you didn't want to do a dog, Kermit the Frog.
But I gather that Pepe is a big reason why this movie falls flat on its face because of his humor.
He is the straight man. He is the person who's like, what in God's name is going on? He is the one who's like, I think one of the lines that actually got me to chuckle, but is kind of thing, is that when she eventually picks up the Scarecrow, played by Kermit the Frog, and they're going off on the Emerald City down the road, he goes, well, great, now she's going to be picking up every Tom, Dick, and Carlos she can find along this road. Like, that's his type of humor. He's the straight man, and it doesn't work when you yourself are one of the things that got transformed because you landed in Oz.
I mean, the entire point of the Muppets is okay. There's two ways to go about it. One, as Sean suggested, you have Kermit be the straight person trying to corral all these weirdos. The other is to just have Dorothy be the straight woman and all the other Muppets be a bunch of fuggy weirdos, and she has to cope with it, which the Muppets have done successfully in many other ways, like
which she's kind of takes this. She's very questionative. Like, even like when she's like, "What are these shoes?" and everything, and then she stops when Miss Piggy either breaks character, or we find out later, a little bit of the reason why. One of the things that I actually like about this movie is the Miss Piggies being the witches. I'll explain right after I get done with this tangent. But is Miss Piggy goes like, if you're gonna question everything about this, we could just go about our day and be done with this. And then she never questions anything again, and she just becomes a vehicle for the plot. Like, that's the thing about this movie, is that it really just feels like they had a script, and then they went like, and then they were bought out by Disney, and Disney was like, can we do a once-over just in case? I will say that, but yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much how we open this movie. That's our opening thing to get to Oz.
Okay, so I mean, the opening was again standard Disney princess stuff, but we're in Oz now, so it's the Oz story, but they've got the Muppet. This has been a tried and true thing. They nailed it with Muppet Christmas Carol. I haven't seen it in about 30 years, but Sean, I think, can attest to the fact that they nailed it with Muppet Treasure Island.
Mm-hmm. Kinda.
Kinda?
It's a bit messier.
Okay, well. But either way, a decent track record.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Unlike Alan Moore, or sadly RTD, who very clearly looks like they just threw on the 39 movie for like 15 minutes and were like, I got the stuff, I'm done, I figured it out. This one actually feels like someone actually sat down and read the book and was able to write things out.
Oh.
Because in a smart decision to keep the movie as tight as possible, Rizzo and the mice are the munchkins of the movie. Okay. They are the ones who are like, you've saved us from the Witch of the East. And here's one of the biggest changes. Then you hear the Witch of the East goes, saved? You did not save you! Get this house off of me! And so she's able to she's basically trying to lift off the house. It's like, I will cook everything. Why is this house so heavy? And then she gets flattened again, and that's what ends her. The Witches, all by the way, starred by Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy is our 4 witches.
Which is a little odd. It speaks to the lack of female Muppets. It's basically Miss Piggy and the lady from Dr. Teeth.
But here's the great thing about having Miss Piggy be all 4 witches. You guys know Muppets better than I do.
Okay.
Miss Piggy has a 4. Yeah, Miss Piggy has like a wide personality, somewhat, right? She has it's vanity, stuff like that. Like she has 4 facets of her personality, somewhat, like from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
There's her actual kindness, there's her snootiness, there's her vindictiveness, and then there's her vanity.
She's a diva, but she's got a heart where it counts with Kermit and the others.
And she will rip off your freaking skull if you fuck with her.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi-ya.
So, the Witch of the East is Miss Piggy's vanity. The Witch of the North is Miss Piggy being kind, sincere, and genuine. The Witch of the West is her sadistic, vindictive side, who finds out about Dorothy wanting to be a singer in Oz and takes it not so well, as we'll find out later. And the Witch of the South is Glinda, is her as Snooty. Basically, the reason why she sends Dorothy home is because she doesn't want her as a sort of rival for when she does her breakout single solo hit, because as you find out, the 4 witches were all used to be in a band together. They were the Thing of Oz. They were the knockout song troupe of Oz, until the Witch of the North was like, I don't want to be showbiz anymore. I want to go and, do things, be with the, watch the Munchkins and, be with things.
So you're saying as far as Glinda's go, she doesn't measure up to Cheryl Lee?
Not even close. Yeah, so basically Dorothy is here. They were originally like, do you know where Kansas is? And she's like, what is Kansas? And so Dorothy describes it as a dark and dreary and drab place. And it's like, well, we don't know how to get there, but if you wanted to become a star, because that's the very first thing Dorothy mentions, is she wants to be this star, this shining thing. And so they were like, well, if you want to become a singer here in Oz, the best way to do that is to go ask the wizard in the Emerald City. He can help you on your journey. This will be a major plot relevant reason as to why she doesn't want to go back to Kansas just yet. It's, I want to become a singer. That's the reason why. So she goes off, but before she leaves, the Munchkins are like, if you ever need us, here's a quick song for you to sing, and we'll be there to help you. So off down the Yellow Brick Road we go, and that's when we run into people like... Yeah, we can't sing it. Yeah, we can't sing that song because, once again...
I like having
it's not... yeah. So we get introduced to people like the Scarecrow, who needs a brain. He is accosted by crows who basically insult him furiously. It's basically like they took the Wiz version of the Scarecrow, where the crows are after him, and that's what they used for this Scarecrow with Kermit.
Interesting pull.
For the Tin Man, he is the service agent for a telecommunications network. He's an actual robot. He is called Tin Thing. Yeah, like, let me show you a picture. It's freaking amazing. Like, he is the thing. Like, they went all out for Gonzo. Gonzo being Gonzo being the it's fantastic. He is the provider of a communications network.
Oh, that's wild.
And yeah, like it is. Here's the picture for Tin Thing. His nose, his nose can actually be plugged in and out. He actually, well, when they meet him, he's actually plugged into the machines he works with by his nose, and he actually pops off this nose, who he says is its cell phone, but it's not really its cell phone. It's another gag. But he is a robot. He's a full head to toe robot.
Gang, I was thinking about the origins of the Tin Man, and I realized that if the Muppets did a Wicked version, would that be Miss Piggy self-cessed?
Uh, yeah, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go. No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
Now I get to derail the podcast while you talk.
By the way, here's Kermit the Frog.
Well, I'm sure I'll have the full cast up here when I'm doing my little editing. There he is.
Oh, by the way, here's Kermit the Frog. But anyway, yeah, and we get in actually the worst of the introductions, which is one that they feel like Fozzie in this movie feels rushed. Fozzie is supposed to be the cowardly lion. He's supposed to be the cowardly lion who wants to be, who is the only one close to what Dorothy wants to be. So while Dorothy wants to be a singer and a star, Fozzie wants to be a stand-up comedian. And the way we meet him is Toto sits on his tail. He has a freak out about it and throws Toto multiple times against a tree before throwing him off the tail and having a panic attack.
Incredible violence, much like the Muppets.
Yeah. So we find out, and so yeah, Fozzie really doesn't feel like he works. Like he doesn't work with this cast. And which is weird because when you try to have Kermit and Gonzo and Fozzie doesn't work, you've done something wrong because Fozzie worked wonderful in The Christmas Carol with these characters.
Now you understand, see?
Here it just doesn't work. And also, the way they do the Tin Man's love is the Tin Man wants a heart because he fell in love and then had a RAM or a CPU. Something went wrong with him and he forgot his heart and left his love, and now he wants a heart so he can try and go find her again. His love being Camilla the chicken.
Yeah, that's par for the course with Muppets.
So this is our cast.
Ashanti,
Dorothy.
You should have seen a Muppet Family Christmas where Gonzo almost gets cucked by a turkey.
And then the Swedish chef tries to kill Big Bird.
Which, when I rewatched it, I was surprised how quickly that becomes. He only tries to kill Big Bird like once, and then Big Bird is incredibly friendly to him, and he has.
Well, it's Big Bird.
Of course, it's Big Bird. Yes, of course he would. Big Bird is a pure and innocent soul.
Also, Muppet Family Christmas is the Avengers Endgame of Muppet projects.
This is correct.
I gather that. That's all it's where they get all the Muppet things together. So It would be like Sesame Street, the Muppets, Fraggle Rock, and everything.
And Muppet Babies, correct.
And Muppet Babies. I will say this. I do like our cast. Our main group is Ashanti as Dorothy, Pepe as Toto, Kermit as Scarecrow, Gonzo as Tin Thing, and Fozzie as Lion. They really, when you get everyone together, they actually are able to bounce off each other. Like that's one of the good things you need in an Oz, is you want them to be able to bounce off each other.
I mean, it's the Muppets.
So,
if they weren't able to bounce off each other, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, so, hold that thought. We're gonna put a pin in that. We're just gonna hang it on the wall over there.
Okay, move over, Mr. Chekhov's gun. We've got a pin for Mike.
So the first thing that they were able to try and follow, it is very fast. What I've just described up to them meeting the lion had to have been like 20, 25, 30 minutes. Like it's like we're not even. It's just boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie starts to slow down a bit. Oh, look, it's the Wardorf. Oh, look, it's the Wardorf brothers. Here's their cameo.
The Wharf Brothers? This
Waldorf.
is D&D.
Yeah.
That's just,
But, yeah, however
really
you
said
say that. Yeah, but...
Waldorf.
Yeah, but...
Statler and
Waldorf. Waldorf brothers. Yeah. They are the critics. They are all-seeing, all-knowing, and they are perched on the other end of a large chasm, bridged by only a large tree-like object, and they are there like trolls to a bridge. They will sit there. They sit there all day, and anyone who tries to cross the halfway mark of the yellow brick road has to get through them. What do? Since they are all-seeing and all-knowing, they pick and poke at your exact insecurities, and they pick it and pick and pick until you either get frustrated with them or angry or have a freak out, lose your balance, and fall into the infinite pit. Dorothy gets by okay. Toto, they barely have anything to say for Toto. Tinting gets by okay. Scarecrow gets by okay. Then the lion gets on the board. He gets about halfway before he freezes up so bad he clings to the board and doesn't let go. So Tinting, in his caring nature, is like, guys, wait here. Gets up on the board, walks over, and is like, give me your hand. He's like, what? And Lion's like, what? He's like, give me your hand. Let go of your tail and give me your hand. And with very careful thing, leads him across the rest of the way to the other side. That's another thing about this movie that gets it right, is it will actually show that that our friends have had the things that they want this entire time, but they do it in different ways to the other adaptations. That being 10 Things love for his friends, the people he just met.
Yeah, that's good. He's got a heart. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Kermit's is when they end up at the Poppy Fields Club and Bar, guarded by Clifford, who was apparently the host of Muppets Tonight.
Correct.
Clifford's the bouncer. The band is playing. They have poppies everywhere, and then all of a sudden, 10 Things like, "Oh, we got to get out of here." It's like, why? It's like, I've just realized something, and then a little antenna shoots out of his hat and starts blinking. It's like, I think I've remembered something. Poppies are known for their sleeping qualities. They're meant to knock you out. And Fozzie's like, oh, you're just having a little panic attack. Don't worry. See, how can a little flower
Oh, goodness.
knocks out, falls back, falls asleep.
Honk shoe, honk shoe.
Dorothy follows suit, and then Toto. Our Scarecrow looks at the three and is like, we gotta get Toto out. Grab Toto and pull him out. So they grab Toto, pull him out of the club, and while Toto is somewhat conscious now, being out of the bar, he's somewhat conscious, but he's about to fall asleep again. He's like, the rats with hats, because someone mentioned rats. He's like, rats and hats. Mentioned song to help us. And he actually recites the song halfway in them, and Kermit's like, sing the song! Come on, you can do it, sing it! He's like trying to, him and 10 Things are like, sing the song! Sing the song! And so he actually does it. The rats appear, become a Woo One brigade with all their gas masks that they put on, go into the bar and carry Lion and Dorothy out of the club, and they are free. They are free, and they are free of the final obstacle before they reach the Emerald City.
Yay.
The Emerald City, by the way, This Emerald City, by the way, does not look. Imagine someone tried to describe. They tried to base it off the book, but it doesn't work entirely right. It looks more like they were able to get the temple off of Modern Undead.
It's only a model.
Yeah. And then the Guardian of the Gates appears. He is the bouncer of the Emerald City.
Damn the eagle.
Oh,
Sam the Eagle.
delightful.
Yes.
Do you get what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to push look at the song references. So we have to put, even though half this doesn't make sense, we got to push everything. Songs and dancing and all this stuff.
It's the Muppets. Of course there's going to be songs and dancing.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like they're trying to push it into, like, they're trying to shoehorn around and it doesn't really connect to what the Muppets is. It feels like they were given the wrong type of script, the wrong type of music for what they wanted to do.
I see.
Sam the Eagle is our Guardian of the Gates. The bouncer. And this is where Toto comes in, somewhat. Toto comes in and is basically, throughout the entire first half of the movie, he has basically been trying to act as Dorothy's manager.
I'm just gonna walk away for a bit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like where this is going.
When Dorothy asks to be let in, he goes, "You're not on the list. None of you are on the list." Pepe steps up and goes, listen, I am the one who scheduled us. We're supposed to be on this list. I'm the one who scheduled us. We are here. Look at this list. That's what gets them in.
What? You're not on the list. Oh, I scheduled us. Okay. What?
Yeah.
What kind of drama is that?
Pepe being the manager and
there's not even a
snapping
joke
at
there.
it and snapping at Sammy. Yeah. I think the joke is supposed to be she wasn't popular enough, but that doesn't make sense as to...
Okay. Weird little anticlimax, but okay. Emerald City.
Emerald City, where we're introduced to these head scientists, and we find out that the Emerald City is on a constant 24-hour live feed broadcast through the very same communications network that Tin Thing was working on. So they are a live reality TV show the entire time.
Oh my god, the Emerald City invented Twitch!
But so they give everyone the green glasses, even though the Emerald City is green in this version, so why do we need the glasses? Besides the point. But so they're like, everyone's gotta look fresh and modern. So they dust up Pepe, Lincoln look a little bit. They give, Scarecrow and Tin Thing. They get everyone all freshened up. They give them all tiny glasses. And then we get to Dorothy. Dorothy is then walked over to the lead scientist, who's like, I have a machine that can help us make you look fresh and modern. Emerald City chic. May you please enter this machine?
Mike, I just want to interject. You didn't say it. I'm not like 99% sure. Is this head scientist Dr. Bunsen Honeydew? Just to help me with the mental image.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, yes.
Delightful. Anyway, continue.
So Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is describing this machine, and he's like, "Get in the machine," and they're like, "Get in the machine," and they're like, "Yo, you can't see the Wizard of Oz looking like this with the diner closed. You gotta get new clothing." So they get it. So she gets into the machine, and they work the machine. They're like, "Oh, and we're ready to show her off in 3, 2, 1." The door opens, the smoke comes out, and out steps Kelly Osbourne.
Uh, um, so there are two readings to this. There's two ways to take this. The first being, of course, it was 2005 and the Osbournes was a very popular show, and the Muppets often has celebrity cameos. The other way to read this is
Yeah, the Muppets aren't ready for that implication.
Yeah. Yeah, they basically Pepe has to with a sexist joke has to go, "Well, we like the Kelly Clarkson look that what we're going, but we were all expecting you to be the sexy Asante look instead of the Kelly Osbourne look, but it was good." And she's like, "Fine, I'll get in your stupid machine again." And so she re-enters the machine, and after a few more seconds, out steps out Dorothy, and we have returned to normalcy as she is once again her old self with a new outfit and new done-up hair.
delightful.
Then the wizard calls. Not even 15 seconds after Dorothy has stepped out, the wizard has called.
You're kind of speedrunning
Lion.
Oz, it seems, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really Lion, you're first.
Okay.
They followed the book's introductions to the wizard, which I loved. So you get Lion meeting a dragon. So you get a lion meeting a dragon. You get Gonzo meeting. You get Gonzo meeting a beauty. I'm gonna be very silent as to what kind of beauty. You get Scarecrow meeting fire, and you get Dorothy meeting the great head, the being. Each time they finish with them, however, he says the same thing to all four people. "Bring me the magic eye of the Wicked Witch of the West, and I shall give you all that you desire."
Magic
And then
eye?
he pushes the button. Yeah, and then he pushes the button and sends them falling all the way down the garbage chute. Out of Oz.
Okay, Mike, you're burying the lead a little. This is one of the things I know about Muppets Wizard of Oz as well. This scene.
Yeah, do you want to tell it, Fresno?
That this is god-awful TV budget CGI nightmare fuel? Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Well, I will say this: the CGI, it is 2005 and it's bad, and it's the fact that they are able to pull off what they did.
Okay.
On a TV budget.
Okay, but counterpoint, you're the fucking Muppets. I want to point your attention to the other Muppet movie you've seen, the Muppet Christmas Carol. Remember the Ghost of Christmas Past? How they used puppetry and other tricks to create this really strange and ethereal-looking thing that wasn't quite a puppet, wasn't quite a little girl, and...
On the other hand, even Jim Henson was experimenting with how to use CGI with puppetry. This is not that.
This is not that. I mean,
Yeah, this isn't that. This isn't CGI puppetry. This is 100%. We gotta make CGI characters. You can very much tell this was a proof of concept to get the Muppets into the Disney fold, the Disney tent, and that they just rushed
and you
this
can
out
tell
the
how
door.
well it worked because it took like 6 years for the Muppets to have anything relevant ever again. But I mean,
Oh god,
you're the fucking.
oh god, the new TV
Again,
show.
I stand by. You're the goddamn Muppets. Cook up a weirdo puppet or something. It's what you're good at.
Do the head. Do the head. Bring them all in and do the head. Even Wicked got this right.
Oh shit! He's praising Wicked. Now I know we fucked up.
So Pepe's trying to, pull them up, bring them on. It's like, all we've got to do is climb the mountains of death, go get the witch's eye, and bring it back to the Emerald City without dying. And everyone else grumbles, and off they go, off to climb the mountains of death.
Does Kermit hold a fucking gun in this one like the Scarecrow?
No, but it's...
Speaking of Kermit holding a gun,
money's...
my favorite thing is from and this is like one of the last things Jim Henson did. The Muppets, where the Muppets go to Disney World, where Kermit plays Indiana Jones in the stage show, and he's just got a pistol. He's like, "I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in violence."
It's like, I don't believe in violence. I don't. Oh my!
Even Kermit the Frog shoots
God,
Nazis. This is known.
Uh-huh.
And another one. I just like to know that I'm
do you want
against the use of violence as a conflict solution.
So here is our announcer for the for the Emerald City, Mr. Scooter.
Announcer. Huh?
For the live action 24-hour television show.
Oh, okay. You were doing a weird reality TV riff. I forgot that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're doing that. Because it's 2005, I guess.
Why am I showing this picture? Well, it's now time for our Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay.
The Wicked Witch of the West usually wears an eye patch over the eye with the magic eye on it. Her husband, quote unquote, parentheses, is the guest star that Rainiac showed with that one dude. The guy, this dude.
They don't know what you're talking about. It's what's the name of this fucking Muppet?
Scooter.
Yeah, it's this.
No, not Scooter. The green dude.
Yeah, the green dude. That one. The mobster. He's the mobster.
Uh-huh.
What the hell's the name of that dude? Future me, put that shit in. Who the hell is this Muppet?
Yeah, put future. Yeah, future him. Who is this? But he is the quote unquote husband who's telling their monkey assistant, have you finished making her bottled water bath? Bottled water, by the way, is very, very important. The very distinction is very, very important between bottled water and normal water.
Okay, yeah, I see. We're doing the thing.
Yeah, so the Wicked Witch of the West then arrives and goes, oh dear God, oh dear, there's another diva, there's another woman trying to be another diva, another star in Oz. So then she starts trying to go, oh sick, my bloodthirsty wolves on them. They're on ski vacation. And so she literally goes to, my bees? No. My squirrels? No.
Okay.
Your thing? No.
I'm putting this in. I'm just saying for the record, I'm going to put it in, obviously, but Johnny Fiamma. And because it's...
Yeah. So she's like, fine, get me my biker cap. I'll use the winged monkeys again.
Oh boy.
And thus introduces the Wicked Witch of the West.
Goodness.
Which is weird that the monkey, that the lead of the flying monkeys is the monkey himself, when at the very back of the group is Sweetums. He's not even the head.
That's the thing with Sweetums. He's never allowed to be in any of the movies.
For shame.
No, yeah, but he's apparently in this one.
Is he though?
No, no, he's the one who actually he actually gets a couple lines, because he goes like, "Well, I got them all here for you, Your Majesty. There's a woman in Oz. I want you to find her and bring her back here. If she fights back, you can kill her." And they're like, kill her? Fine, bring her back unharmed. And then off they go. You can pretty much tell that this version of Miss Piggy is very much thinking of this as a different movie than what it actually is.
She wants to be in the version directed by Quentin Tarantino, which we will get to.
Yeah, which we will get to.
Which we will get to. What kind of non sequitur is that?
Oh boy. So they are all captured, and it goes through about the same way as it would in the book. The Scarecrow is pulled apart by some of the winged monkeys. Tin Thing, I think, is chased around and unplugged and everything. They tie poor Lion's Tail and do stupid things, and all the meanwhile, the Wicked Witch of the West sings probably the second best song in the entire movie. Her song is fantastic.
Hey, we've got a good song out of this.
Yeah, so we get two good songs. We get the When I'm With You, when the gang's all together, all introducing it, and then we get the Wicked Witch of the West song introducing of how I'm always great and how you'll be nothing but I think they said you'll be nothing but skin and bone at my heel. Or so again, she's meant for a very different movie than the one she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy, having enough of her hurting her friends, decides to try and basically hits the Wicked Witch of the West. This leads to a fight about to break out when all of a sudden we get a cut to, and this is when I segue over to our lovely co-host, Sean. May you tell us all about Quentin Tarantino?
Right, so the movie suddenly cuts to Quentin Tarantino pitching an adaptation of The Wizard of Oz.
All right, gang.
To Kermit the Frog.
I'm going to say something that is going to shock you, but I mean it in all sincerity. When the Spice Girls movie does a better job of meta commentary pitching the movie as part of the movie, you know you fucked up.
Yeah, like, the joke with it is that he's very much trying to pitch this sort of the exact kind of movie that I think Kill Bill just came out.
Yeah, Kill Bill's 2004, so he's basically pitching Kill Bill. I've seen this scene.
He's trying to pitch the climax of the big action fight scene in Kill Bill Volume 1, which, honestly, weakest film.
Really?
Yeah, Kill Bill is his weakest film. Very much going over the top in a way look, it's not polite to speculate about whether or not a famous person is on the neurodivergent spectrum, but combined with his comments about working on Duck Dodgers, you kind of get the vibe that he might be on the autism spectrum.
Allegedly. We'll go allegedly with that.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
Heavy citation needed, gang. This is just...
Yeah, like, in the oral history of Duck Dodgers, there's a nice anecdote where Quentin Tarantino goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm working with Duck Dodger, with Daffy Duck." And the producer goes, "Yeah, well, you've done some pretty cool things. Not as cool as this."
No, but yeah, Kill Bill is just that. So, he's pitching, and then they fight each other with samurai swords in an epic battle, and blood bursts everywhere. And Kermit the Frog in the suit is just, can we do something a little less violent, Mr. Tarantino?
Yeah, again, that's the joke. It's the over-the-top violent version, but it just doesn't fit.
Yeah, you can tell that like they want to. When I rewatched the movie and I saw the scene again, I 100% bought that what had just happened was Quentin Tarantino Quentin Tarantino was on the set one day. They pulled him in, and basically were like, "Do you want a cameo?" And then as a thank you, they made the Wicked Witch of the West how she is.
I think it's more I honestly don't know.
Kill Bill was a popular movie at the time. That's all the justification you need.
Yeah, so the climax of the movie, the full reason why the witch fails and the magic eye is freed from her head and they are able to get it and bring it to the wizard. She falls into her bath, her bottled water bath. But then she starts feeling something wrong. The monkey, then her husband is like, "What? What did you do?" And he's like, "Well, we kind of ran out of the bottled water, so we kind of had to use some of the tap water."
Oh.
And she's highly allergic to tap water.
Oh, I'm melting all over the world.
And so she melts into her tub, and the witch is defeated.
Hooray! No one liked her.
Hooray! She is probably the best out of the four things of Miss Piggy, but that's probably because she was meant to be a Quentin Tarantino. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just utter madness with her.
Yeah, she is meant to be the thank you. So they go back with the flying monkeys and the hat on the emerald, and as Dorothy takes the biker cap of the winged monkeys, she asks for their first wish.
Oh, okay.
Will you help me get me? Will you help bring me back to the Emerald City so we can all get what we wish? And they're like, "Sure, we can do that." They all get together. They're all gathered around. Off they go. They storm into the Emerald City, all happy and joyful. And the wizard is not who he appears to be.
What? Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
It's not even green.
It's not even green. The room, everywhere around the Emerald City is green. The prop room, the stage room, the room that he used for all of his meetings is an open. President, have you ever seen when you walk behind a stage play and you see all the posts and all the weird things where people had to cobble together? Yeah. That's what it is.
Okay, so the backstage is not befitting with the rest of the thing. Well, I mean, you gotta give them some credit. I mean, it's not easy being green.
Oh, but outsteps the lovely Jeffrey. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jeffrey Tambor.
Oh God, they got one of the Blues in this fucking thing.
Yep. And sadly, the most controversial of them.
Oh goodness gracious.
Yeah. So let me just say for the record, it's not bad. Like, his performance isn't bad as the Wizard of Oz. It's actually quite nice for the movie that they're trying to use it for, because he is a 100% con. Like, he is a 100% con man. Like, other versions of the Wizard were like, it's like, like he's a stage magician or he's able to cobble together something. No, this guy's 100% a con man. Like, full stop.
Isn't that what the wizard, like, is supposed to be, though?
No, balloonist. Well, he's a balloonist, but he's also, like, he's able to know, like, the wizard's able to know, like, oh, I can, give him, like, facsimiles. Like, that's the reason why he's able to give, like, facsimiles. He's like, I can't give him the real things, but what I can do is, help him see that they had it, but give him a version of what they need.
Who needs courage when you have a gun?
Yeah. This con man decides, you know what? I think I can do this. And so he appears on the television show, live reality, for all of Oz to see. And he steps out and goes, Hello, I am the Wizard of Oz, and today I am going to relive some wishes for you all, live here in front of myself. So first, I bring upon the Scarecrow. And so Kermit runs across, and he's like, "Well, Mr. Scarecrow, you've asked for some brains. we're gonna have a little bit of trouble with that, but I think with some of our scientists, we've been able to work something together. We can give you some brains, but sadly, I may need to take your head off your body for us to put the brains in. And he's like, oh, sure. So he grabs some bran cereal and pours it in. And so the joke is, now you have some brains colored. Yeah. You now have some brand new brains.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He puts the head back on it, and the scarecrow's like, oh my word, I have a brain.
Honestly,
And
one
so
kind of.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
You
sorry.
say? No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I just
No, you
blacked
say
out
it, son.
for. No, sorry, I just blacked out for a bit. We were talking about Jeffrey Tambler. Right. Jessica Walter would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. Honestly, if you're gonna go this far off script, get a singer. Like what? Like you've got Queen Latifah as Aunt Em, Ashanti. What? Why Jeffrey Tambor? You could have gotten another singer.
Well, Jeffrey Tambor was also in Muppets from Space, so he had prior experience with the Muppets. So that could be a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and so the next is Tin Thing. We have Tin Thing who comes up on stage and he goes, sadly, I cannot give you a heart, but I can bring you together with your lost love. Bring her out, my scientist. And they open the door, and out running across the stage is Camilla. And Camilla and Tin Thing reunite all happily together as they kiss and be married and are pulled across off stage to have their life together.
Delightful.
Next we have the lion, who is actually able to give, in all honesty, a pretty bad stand-up routine, but he doesn't have stage fright anymore. He's able to actually give a few jokes, and even though he's trying to get, eventually he has to get, the wizard has to get him off the stage and everything, but he's actually able to, get at least a couple claps. He's actually able to get a small audience.
In other words, he's about as successful as Fozzie Bear on the Muppet Show.
But he is able to, break his stage fright, and he gets an audience.
Yay.
The wizard had, and everyone's like, hooray, the wizard is almighty. Look at how he's able to solve all these wishes and everything.
Well, time for one more, I guess, as for the story.
Yeah, time for one more. And this is when the story falls apart.
What? Here? At the end?
Yep. Yeah. Dorothy is announced as the hot new sensation of Oz. Welcome to the new star single, Dorothy Gale from Kansas. And Dorothy comes out and starts singing this song, and everything's all happy-go-lucky and merry, and she's dressed in this long, elegant green gown, and all this sorts of stuff, when all of a sudden, halfway through the song, it cuts out and goes, something ain't right. And it's here, after facing the Wicked Witch of the West, and after getting here and doing everything she wanted, now she decides that maybe it isn't all that she's cracked up to be, given she's had to go through all this. She just decides maybe it is time for me to go home.
Wait. Hang on. Hang on. Now is the first time she's ever like, I'm going to go on this journey to get home?
Yes. So the wizard's like, well, I cannot bring you to Kansas, but I know a person who can help you, Dorothy. The witch Glinda usually visits her sister around this time. Usually visits her sister every now and again at the Munchkin Village. So the last cut of the movie is Toto and Dorothy have to travel back to Munchkin Village after everything they've done.
What?
To meet with Glinda, the snooty, part of Miss
Okay,
Piggy's
wait.
personality.
This is doing my head. Okay, I understand adaptation. It's a beloved story. You can fuck with it here and there to produce more interesting results. But if you don't have the driving force of Dorothy, realizing, oh no, actually home is pretty great, and I do want to get back there as the impetus for the entire journey. Why did she go on the journey? For something to do?
Yeah, no, she wanted to be. Yeah, she wanted to be a star. And then because of the fight with the Witch of the West, she decides that maybe it isn't all that's cracked up to be, being in a strange land without her family. And so she decides maybe I should go home and think on this. So that's literally the entire reason.
What kind of I'm struggling to wrap my head around this drastic character motivation change from Dorothy.
It gets bad. Oh, it gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
Okay. Lay it on me, Michael.
So she, thanks to Glinda, she says, "Well, your shoes can help you get back home to Kansas. They've been on your feet the entire time." Toto then is like, "Well, I'm gonna stay here. I like talking. I like being around here. I'm gonna stay here. You have fun, Dorothy. And you have fun, Dorothy. Goodbye." Showing no indication of this beforehand, that he ever wanted to stay.
This is kind of a mess.
And so Dorothy returns home to Kansas right in front of the diner.
Okay. Yeah, no place like home.
She clicks her heels together. No place like home. She walks into the diner. Aunt Em and Uncle Henry are so happy to see her. And everyone's together, and that's when Kermit the Frog walks into the diner because apparently they've been looking for her. They loved her single.
Oh.
And so the movie ends with her finally getting everything that she wanted, but with the ability to be able to see her family and friends, making up with Aunt Em, and everything being happy dory.
Oh my God.
And that's the end of the Muppets.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Gang.
So the moral of the story is, if you do work hard, or you can be famous and popular, or to hell with being at home.
Well, the way Mike is saying is that, she also gets to be home, but at no point did her journey to Oz seem to resolve any of that issue. She just sort of went on adventures for the stardom angle that she always wanted. It sounds like there's no character arc here. She wants this thing, and then at the end of the movie, she's like, actually, I think I want that thing. Which is not how Dorothy works at all. Bizarre. Utterly bizarre.
Like this is what I meant by the movie is mediocre, because the plot doesn't exist. But this movie, it's just to describe to you this movie to our audience, it must sound like I must be on some sort of illegal substance because of just how disconnected this movie is and how fast it seems to go. No,
they turbocharged the pace of the story. That I buy that. I mean, it's 90 minutes, yeah. So you really got to.
Yeah, it's like 9. Yeah. Well, I
mean, if they aired on TV, 2-hour block, half hour put aside for commercials.
No.
So
the
90
version,
minutes.
The version I watched was 100 minutes.
Okay, well that's closer.
Oh, you watched the extended cut.
Oh, there's an extended.
Yes.
Cut. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the only home video release the film has ever seen. Okay. They've never released the original television version on home video.
I'm sure that someone taped it off a TV and they've been passing around the tape stuff. I mean, for fuck's sakes, the Star Wars Holiday Special aired once and we've got that on tape. Surely somebody taped the Muppets Wizard of Oz in its original.
See, also Muppet Family Christmas.
What about the Muppet Family Christmas?
So that one also has several heavily edited home video releases. So the only way to watch the original version of it is via tape sharing.
Okay. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a good VHS rip, kids.
But yeah, so that's the entire. So basically, the entire back half of the movie. Once we get this, once back half of the movie is because of the Witch of the West being all vanity and all that she was. That's what makes Dorothy goes. You know what? I'd rather be with my family. That's what gets her to go back to Kansas.
Oh my god.
And so when she gets back to Kansas, that's when she finds out that she gets chosen by the Muppets. So the point of her going home meant nothing. She still becomes a star.
Well, I mean, I guess it meant that she appreciates her family more, but there are more elegant ways to do that than just, I don't care about my family for 8% of the movie. Performs once. I care about my family now.
Well,
yeah, I'm just, can we just spin the wheel?
Mike, anything else?
Well, here, my final thoughts on what is to be the shortest podcast we've ever done.
I don't know about that. How long?
Actually, we just passed the hour mark.
Yeah, we've been going for a while here, so yeah, this is not our shortest.
So my final thoughts is this. The movie itself the movie is not the worst Muppets movie. It's not. Yes, the plot it doesn't basically doesn't have a plot.
It's the worst Muppets movie you've ever seen.
Yeah. Because while it does have some great songs in it, and because while it does have, a couple good characters, and like what Sean said when I first showed him the crew list, this movie really does feel like this was a proof of concept, or that they really just had to grab anyone that they were able to get to do this movie. Because this movie really does feel like they didn't know what they were doing. It feels like they had a script, and then Disney, when they first bought out the studio, went, let's rewrite this entirely.
Oh boy.
And so we get this just, I don't even know.
A goddamn mess?
Yeah, like, it's like, I don't even know. It's just, it's a horrible mess of an adaptation, for one, and two, it doesn't even work as a Muppets movie. And so, yeah, like, if I had, again, I gave this movie, I gave this movie like two and a half on Letterboxd. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. That's being gracious.
It's not 3 out of 10. It's 5 out of 10. You gave it a 5 out of 10, Mike.
Yeah, well, yeah. So 4. All right, 4. I give it 4.
All right, fair enough. So that was Mike's suffering out of the way, and now Sean gets to spin the wheel. And as per our little gambit, we have had 3 side trips, so we have to get back on track with a quantum leap.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it's gonna be Lee Harvey Oswald.
It could be much worse than Lee Harvey Oswald, and you know it. But don't tempt the wheel. Let's just see what happens.
So I got Quantum Leap.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
I love that you immediately go to that. Okay, let's hear it.
It's not a television episode.
Oh!
Does that count? Do we count that?
Yes, it counts.
Yeah,
it counts.
Okay. So it's either what? A Leap to Die For or a comic?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh!
This is going to be an interesting one. All right.
Yep.
Sean, please tell us what you picked.
Up against the stone wall.
Yeah. Up against the stone wall.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be Up against the stone wall, for those of you at home, is an issue of the Renovation Comics Quantum Leap run, and it is an episode about the Stonewall riot in New York City. Trans rights, baby.
This is gonna be, and it's actually starring a character that Quantum Leap has done before.
Yeah.
We will not mention who that character is. We will not mention the character until next time because we have not covered her original appearance yet.
Yeah. But we all know, yeah.
With you.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
one of the rare times that the comic actually did like a sequel leap. In fact, it's one of the rare times a sequel leap happened. The only other time was the first Steve Leapers episode.
Well,
Wait.
no,
yeah.
No. There's the other one. There's the other one where Al finds out because Teresa is in trouble and has to finds out the truth about what happened to her.
Oh, right, the book. Okay, the book. Okay, that's
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm counting. Well, okay, never mind. We'll give you that one. I had justifications, but then I thought,
Yeah.
well, what?
So, but
okay, fine. All right.
This is the this is the sequel to an episode that's actually a heartbreaker of an episode, and the comic is equally as heartbreaking.
Yeah, we'll have a lot to say about this. I think it might be a shorter one because it is a comic, and so it's a shorter comic than 45 minutes of television or a 90-minute TV movie. But I'm sure we could have lots of discussion about this. So let's wrap this bad boy up, I guess. You can find us on Bluesky at the links down below. I am doing Twitch things again. Monday Night Fresno and Thursday Night Throwback on this very channel, if you so choose. Mike, what have you been up to on Letterboxd and other places?
I have been, so as Fresno said, I have a letterbox. I recently have reviewed a couple movies on other stuffs. Just like on Doctor Who reviews, I'll also list those here. Planet of Evil, the Fourth Doctor episode that I marked 5 out of 5 because of just how much I love the tension of the episode and just how much it is dripping with the atmosphere of antimatter is something you should not be messing with. What in the God's hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Paradise Towers. The comedy movie Three Amigos.
I will not be getting into the director of that film at this time.
Yeah. Three Amigos. The 1950s War of the Worlds that I just finished watching after the Muppets Wizard of Oz. And that one's also up there on my letterbox. And I also have a blog, Marco.
He needed
and I also have a blog at Marco. Yeah, and I also have this, which is a blog, which is Marcovian Thoughts at blogspot.com.
Okay.
Mostly just for posting random stuff, but it's mainly gotten a chuckle out of some people.
Goody.
Sean, what about you?
I mostly blog at The Beat. I'm working on several projects with Archbeo Press, including the upcoming About Space with Liam McTeer.
Hey.
Was About Time also Archbeetle?
No, that's Mad Norwegian.
You had an article
We're
on
just
it recently,
clearly
Sean,
ripping
didn't
them off.
you posted a little article there recently, Sean, did you not?
Yeah, I did a review for The Beat on I Am Their Silence. Pretty good comic. I'm currently working on a massive piece on every single Marvel DC crossover, and I'm currently at over 16,000 words.
Oh dear God!
Yeah,
so
Marvel...
much of it is mediocre.
I feel for you, Sean. I feel for you.
But Marvel versus DC is a terrifying prospect, which involves, like, Fresno, you need to understand, Marvel versus DC can really be summarized by one picture. One picture! Sean, show him the picture.
There are several pictures. Which one are you talking about?
Superman with Thor's hammer and Captain America's shield.
That's not Marvel versus DC.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
No, it
yeah,
isn't.
no.
Fight,
That's
fight,
JLA
fight.
Avengers.
Anyway.
Mike, that's JLA Avengers. Marvel vs. DC
Oh,
has Wonder Woman lift Thor's hammer.
Okay.
And for some reason becomes
God,
Storm.
yeah.
And for some reason, she's Storm.
What?
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, now I remember.
Okay.
Basically, Marvel vs. Yeah.
Actually, no. It's even dumber than that because I have I read literally every single Amalgam book. Only 4 books are worth reading. The rest are trash.
Okay. Before we get too in the weeds of yelling about comics, we are wrapping up the podcast.
So anyway, about Mara Jade and the Thrawn trilogy.
Okay, you realize I'm in control of this car, so I can end this podcast anytime, and I'm going to now. So thank you very much for watching Mike talk about the Muppets Wizards of Oz, a very strange, if not a lacking motion picture event, television movie. So next time we're going to be talking about the comic book. We're going back to Quantum Leap. You know, it counts. It's not televised, but we're still on topic. Close enough to me. We're going to talk about the Renovation comic, Up Against the Stone Wall. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you enjoy whatever it is you watch next.